Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
I'm Chaz. And this is Wine and Serious Business, episode 371. We're drinking some white wine from Walter Scott, and I'm super excited.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, good times with good wines from Walter Scott. We love what they do. Ken and Erica also have been friends of the show for a long time. Made some really remarkable wines in the past. You have some good times with them. We're trying some of their entry level white wines today. Excited to share some of those. This is kind of some recommendations from Joy. So thanks, Joy,
Thank you,
for
Joy.
sharing these from her personal stash, actually.
Yeah.
So we can even say Joy contributed some samples for the show tonight.
the X Saxa Vineyard 2020 Aligote. So,
Aligote is not a grape I'm terribly familiar with. I know you get a little bit of it in Burgundy. And I know Ken and Erica are big fans. I've heard them talking about some of the producers that they love, but I can't talk intelligently about it at all.
is it like a Burgundy thing? Like,
Yeah.
Burgundy grows some
Yeah,
Aligote, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, and interesting white wine, and they found some good stuff in the Willamette Valley. Yeah, I've liked a couple versions of this I've had in the past. Excited to try this one.
I have like no experience with Aligote, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I think I might have had one of these in the past from Walter Scott, but aside from that, nothing.
Get a little bit of yellow apples, a little bit of like dried grass, like hot grass, the underbrush on a hot summer day, right?
Almost like a little bit of hay.
Little
Almost.
earth, yeah. That's a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah, not so much floral, like a little bit of fruit, a little bit of that, a little bit of hay.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like a little bit a little bit like Chardonnay on the nose, almost a little bit, but like not like it's almost like a unmallowed Chardonnay on the nose, or a little bit or something. But yeah, it smells nice.
You're gonna like how this tastes. So when you talk about entry level white wines, this is a lot of good stuff going on. Good mid range acidity, but a fantastic mix of just like fresh and friendly fruits. Right, we've got light green apples without too much acidity. Some nice like Asian pear flavors with the peel. There's a good bit of complexity here. At no point is it too heavy. I would say it's not too serious. It's like fun, easy drinking, pleasant wine that's got a great touch and lingers well on the palate.
Yeah, killer texture.
Right.
I love how the fruit and acidity balance, a little bit of minerality as well. Like, yeah, just kind of juicy, really. The mouthfeel is wonderful here. Yeah.
All right, next up, wine number 2, we got the 2020 Walter Scott Bois Moi Chardonnay. Apologies, French pronunciation is probably our worst language, at least in relation to wine.
I'm not good at it.
But we're getting close anyway. And this, I think again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. If you see this, I think this was a one-off for 2020, right? It was a weird year in a lot of ways, but this was a blend that they made, and they said it translates to drink me. So they said this is ready to go right out of the gate. Definitely a little bit of the oak showing through here. We got kind of a smoky nose. We got a little bit of like red apple flavors, I think, and a little bit of floral character coming through on the nose as well. But more of a darker, savory nose, I think, coming off of this.
Like, definitely some of the smoky tones I would agree with. Almost like a little bit of like a touch of like the sort of popcorny thing going on.
Sure.
Just a touch of it. Nice. I don't even know how to like. I'm really bad at Chardonnay fruit flavors. Like, I'm just not good at describing them. So it's like it smells like really nice Chardonnay.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with that. So let's just taste it. Sorry. It was real pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mouthfeel's killer. Definitely geared more towards like high acid. It's a little bit like sparkly, like maybe like high minerality in the initial attack, which is kind of like fun. Definitely, green apple is like a descriptor everyone uses, but like it struggles like green apple skin and some green grape, and the oak is not strong, right?
It's very much there, but it is there.
Yeah, not on the palate. Like it's very much a part of the experience, but it's not like overwhelming or like it's not something that steps to the forefront. At least for me. Sorry.
I'd say that the oak and the acidity are both kind of big here, and they play off of each other, right? Both providing some structure to this, and then the fruit flavors to me would be more in the yellow apple area, and even some like flower petals, like some flowery flavor on the palate.
Good descriptor.
Not overwhelming fruit. Like
Agreed.
this isn't rich or heavy or thick in that sense. But I'd
really
say
nice
it's big in terms of other types of structure, and it's definitely got kind of the force to stand up to some other foods or to hold its own kind of with a main course.
this. I mean, this is the sort of Chardonnay I like to drink these days.
Yeah.
Just really like zippy, like really strong acidity. I think it's from like being a Riesling drinker for so long.
Yeah.
I just want like so much acidity, like just beat me out. Bam, like my tongue, and like this has got a bit of that, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was I'm not sure if you can even still get it, but this was $30 on release. So
Yeah.
so definitely
Killer.
one of their entry level Chardonnays, and from from a producer that makes some of the best Chardonnay in the United States, right? That
Agreed.
this is a great way to get a little look into their style and the kind of flavors that they're capable of bringing. So this is it's fun to try.
Totally agree. We drank some 2018 Ex Novo over Christmas with the family, and my parents. My mom's a big Chardonnay lover, and I like to open stuff for her. Because we have some pretty good Chardonnay that's growing here in the Willamette Valley now.
Yep.
And the Ex Novo is like every time I open it for her, she's like, "What? This is the best wine you've ever opened." I'm like, "You said that every year, Mom." Like,
No, I kind of feel the same way. Like every time I gotta feel.
oh, yeah, sorry.
I kind of feel the same way. Like every time I'm like looking to order stuff, I look at the price, I'm like, oh gosh, that's expensive. And then every time I try it, I'm like, oh yeah,
It's that good.
yeah, it is that good. Like I'll take a few more. I'll take a few more. Yeah, the Ex Novo, if you see it, yeah, a special wine in many ways.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the last wine we have here, I didn't even look at the label. I just poured it. This is the 2021, the Combe
Yep.
Verte.
Yep, and this is something that they release every year. This is typically their entry level blend. They do a Combe Verte in Chardonnay and in Pinot Noir.
Combe Verte.
Yep, and so this is something fun to try every year. That's pretty accessible. This gets some distribution. Is $35 a bottle. Also really accessible, especially with the hype that Willamette Valley Chardonnay's been getting lately, and for this being one of the top producers, this is a great way to get a look at what they're doing and to try this. And you can find this every year.
All right.
Nice touch of oak here too. A little more of that apple flavor. I'm saying maybe a little citrus on the nose here as well.
I would agree. Yeah.
And definitely
like lemon lime sort of citrus.
yeah, definitely in contrast to this, the oak's a little dialed back too. There's I think a little more balance, a little more subtlety in this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice on contact. Good punch of fruit flavor and acidity
yeah.
working well together. Wow. Clean, even. Not the most complex Chardonnay I've ever had, but the flavors are great and the balance is on point.
Yeah, the fruit flavors are definitely like more dialed up than the last Chardonnay we had. Whereas the structure was, I think, a bit more in the forefront with the last wine.
Big time. Yeah.
This one's sort of like there's a lot more balance.
Yeah.
And lingers on the palate for a long time. Like this is a nice Chardonnay. Again, like at least for me, more about the fruit, less about the structure, less about the oak, less about like those sort of flavors aren't coming in like lingering too long. But like just the overall balance is really nice.
And what I really like about this is I think it provides a really accurate hint at to what their higher level wines will taste like, right? If you can imagine a little more variation in complexity, a little more different types of fruit or other things that could show through in a more complex wine, I think this is a good hint at what all of those can provide. So if you've been thinking about trying Walter Scott, 2021.
I love the acid here.
Combe Verte is a great place
I
to
am
start.
loving the acid here. So with that, I mean that's our next show. We'll see you, John Moser. Thanks for keeping watching the
Thanks
show.
for watching. Yeah. Keith Akers, Casey DeCastro, thanks for commenting on previous shows.
Keith, my boy Keith.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.